On November 27, 2020, one of Iran's most powerful and enigmatic figures was assassinated in a shocking attack. Mohsen Fakhrizadeh, Iran's leading nuclear scientist, dubbed the mastermind of its clandestine nuclear weapons program, fell victim to a meticulously planned operation executed with split-second precision. This assassination was not merely an act of violence, but a true intelligence thriller filled with gripping details and advanced technology that seems almost unbelievable. Immediately after the incident, all eyes turned to Israel. Although the Israeli government neither confirmed nor denied involvement, this silence was the most eloquent evidence aligning with the Mossad's infamous neither confirm nor deny policy. The timing of the attack was highly sensitive just days after initial reports of a potential new nuclear deal. Fakhrizadeh's death cast a shadow over hopes for a diplomatic resolution. The assassination of Fakhrizadeh was not a spontaneous act. It was the culmination of a decades-long covert war between Israel and Iran. From sabotage to cyber attacks and assassinations of scientists, Israel has employed every means to undermine Iran's nuclear program. This time, however, they elevated the game to an entirely new level. Instead of traditional methods like car bombs or snipers, Mossad used a remotely operated machine gun equipped with artificial intelligence and controlled via satellite. This attack not only demonstrated the sophistication of intelligence technology, but also showcased Mossad's willingness to take risks to achieve its objectives. The story of Fakhrizadeh's assassination is not merely about the death of one man. It is a profound glimpse into an undeclared war between two rival nations, where technology, deception, and courage are the ultimate weapons. It serves as a lesson on the importance of intelligence and the unpredictable consequences of geopolitical decisions. This shadow war has been and continues to reshape the future of the Middle East and the world. Mohsen Fakhrizadeh was not just a nuclear scientist, he was one of the most powerful and mysterious figures in Iran's establishment. Regarded as the leader of Iran's covert nuclear weapons program, Fakhrizadeh was more than a scientist. He was a general in the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and Deputy Minister of Defense, holding pivotal roles in both military and nuclear domains. His life was shrouded in secrecy, with very few photos or details about him publicly available. Fakhrizadeh headed the Organization of Defensive Innovation and Research, a military unit believed to be a front for nuclear weapons research and development. His work extended beyond uranium enrichment to leading efforts to develop nuclear warheads capable of being mounted on ballistic missiles. Intelligence documents stolen by Mossad in 2018 revealed that Fakhrizadeh had overseen projects to build 5 nuclear warheads, each capable of carrying a 10-kiloton payload, enough to devastate a city. He was also believed to have collaborated closely with North Korea on missile development. Surprisingly, such a significant figure maintained a relatively predictable routine. Every morning he dedicated time to studying Islam before traveling by car with his wife to the upscale resort town of Absard. Despite numerous security warnings, Fakhrizadeh refused to use armored vehicles or large security convoys, trusting in his safety. This confidence, bordering on recklessness, provided his enemies with the opportunity to plan an unprecedentedly sophisticated assassination. Since 2004, Mossad had been tasked with a critical mission to halt Iran's nuclear ambitions at all costs. Their strategy went beyond overt military strikes, focusing on a silent war, employing intelligence tactics such as sabotaging facilities, launching cyber attacks, and crucially, assassinating top scientists. Mossad's goal was to slow Iran's nuclear program by eliminating its key masterminds. Under Fakhrizadeh's leadership, at least 5 Iranian nuclear scientists were killed between 2007 and 2011. These assassinations were carried out with brutality and precision, reflecting Israel's determination. In 2007, Ardashir Hosseinipour was poisoned with radiation, a method difficult to detect. In 2010, Majid Shahriari was killed by a car bomb while driving in Tehran. In 2011, Dariosh Rezai-Nejad was shot dead in front of his wife by gunmen on motorcycles. Beyond assassinations, Israel conducted other operations to damage Iran's nuclear program. In 2018, Mossad broke into a Tehran warehouse and stole a vast archive of classified nuclear program documents, providing invaluable intelligence on their next target. That same year, Israel was also believed to be behind the assassination of Al-Qaeda's Abdullah Ahmed Abdullah, demonstrating their deep operational reach inside Iran. All these actions aim to send a clear message: Israel would not stand idly by as Iran developed nuclear weapons and was prepared to act regardless of the risks. The assassination plan. A remote operation. To execute such a daring assassination, Mossad planned meticulously for months. In early 2020 then, Mossad Director Yossi Cohen held critical meetings with senior U.S. officials under President Donald Trump, including Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and CIA Director Gina Haspel. During these meetings, Mossad presented its plan to assassinate Fakhrizadeh, a target on their list since 2007. The plan received U.S. approval. Preparations accelerated after the killing of Iranian General Qasem Soleimani, when Tehran's response was deemed relatively restrained. Mossad saw this as an opportune moment to strike. They opted to use a blue Nissan pickup truck to conceal a 1-ton FN Mag machine gun remotely operated with artificial intelligence AI. Capable of firing 600 rounds per minute, the gun was equipped with advanced facial recognition and camera systems. The gun's components were smuggled into Iran in parts and secretly reassembled. The pickup truck was positioned on a road Fakhrizadeh frequently traveled. Once the assassination was complete, Mossad planned to detonate the truck to destroy all evidence. Executing the assassination, a robot killer, and a race against time. On November 27, 2020, a cold day in rural Tehran, the covert war between Israel and Iran reached a new peak. From his vacation home on the Caspian Sea, Mohsen Fakhrizadeh set out for Absard, an upscale resort town, accompanied by his wife and a security convoy of 3 armored vehicles. However, Fakhrizadeh chose to travel in his personal car, a fatal mistake Mossad had anticipated. The assassination was carried out by a remote operator stationed over 1,000 miles away, controlling the robotic machine gun via satellite and a sophisticated computer system. The carefully camouflaged Nissan pickup was strategically placed on Fakhrizadeh's route. As Fakhrizadeh's convoy approached, the robotic gun identified its target and opened fire. The first bullets shattered the windshield, causing Fakhrizadeh's car to veer and crash into a utility pole. Reports indicate the remote operator adjusted the aim and fired additional rounds, while Fakhrizadeh's bodyguards could only fire back futilely at the empty truck. After 25 seconds of chaos, it was over. Immediately after the assassination, the pickup truck self-destructed to erase all evidence as planned. Mossad's operatives had already left Iran, ensuring no agents risked their lives. In the aftermath, Iran provided conflicting reports. Initially, Iranian media claimed Fakhrizadeh was killed in a shootout with unidentified gunmen. However, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps later offered a different account. A robotic assassin carried out the attack, confirming no Mossad agents were present at the scene. These contradictory narratives expose significant vulnerabilities in Iran's security apparatus. Fakhrizadeh's assassination highlighted the sophistication of Israeli intelligence technology. It also served as a reminder that in covert warfare, technology can overcome barriers of distance and security, enabling a deadly attack without physical presence. The operation sent a powerful message to Iran and Israel's other adversaries: no one is safe, no matter how well protected. Martu. Mossad's strategy and ethical debate. Mossad is renowned for its policy of never confirming or denying its operations. After Fakhrizadeh's assassination, this approach was rigorously applied. Israel issued no official statement, but its silence spoke volumes. This strategy serves two purposes. First, it provides plausible deniability, shielding Israel from direct diplomatic or military repercussions. Iran struggles to accuse Israel without concrete evidence, complicating retaliation. Second, this secrecy is a potent deterrent. By neither confirming nor denying, Israel sends a clear message to its adversaries: we can reach anyone, anywhere, and you won't know how we did it. However, this strategy sparks intense ethical and legal debates. Assassinations like Fakhrizadeh's are often considered extrajudicial killings, serious violations of international law. Critics argue that such targeted killings escalate tensions, fueling an endless cycle of violence in the Middle East. They contend that eliminating a scientist cannot halt a nuclear program and may instead strengthen Iran's resolve to pursue covert activities. Despite the criticism, Mossad's supporters argue that such measures are necessary to protect national security. They view Iran as a genuine threat, with diplomatic efforts failing to curb Tehran's nuclear ambitions. In this context, bold intelligence operations are seen as the only way to slow progress and send a strong message. This ethical debate reflects the complexity of regional geopolitics. Can assassinating an individual prevent war, or does it merely add fuel to the fire? Fakhrizadeh's assassination illustrates how the line between justice and crime blurs in covert warfare. It raises questions about the boundaries a nation may cross to defend itself, and the consequences for global peace and stability. Nalart and consequences and broader implications. Following Fakhrizadeh's assassination, Iran reacted strongly, vowing revenge and pledging to continue its nuclear program. However, its actions were inconsistent. Internally, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps promoted the robotic assassin narrative to mask serious security lapses. They needed a story to save face, one that portrayed their enemy as using superior technology rather than admitting failures in protecting a key figure. Meanwhile, other senior officials vowed retaliation, but tangible actions were minimal. The assassination caused significant global disruption, particularly regarding prospects for reviving the Iran nuclear deal, JCPOA. Occurring just weeks before Joe Biden's inauguration as U.S. president, who pledged to rejoin the agreement, Fakhrizadeh's death complicated matters. It hardened Iran's stance in negotiations, reducing the likelihood of concessions. It also raised fresh doubts about Iran's true intentions, as its nuclear program appeared to continue despite assassinations and sanctions. Fakhrizadeh's legacy endures. He was not just a scientist, but a symbol of Iran's nuclear ambitions. He led clandestine efforts that alarmed the world about a nuclear-armed Iran. His death may have delayed the program, but could not end it. Instead, it may have spurred Iran's scientists and leaders to intensify their efforts, proving they cannot be stopped. Fakhrizadeh's killing is a stark testament to the complex and dangerous covert war in the Middle East. It demonstrates that even in the age of modern technology, intelligence operations and asymmetric warfare remain powerful tools for altering the geopolitical landscape. This war may lack the sound of gunfire, but its consequences are profound. An endless war. The assassination of Mohsen Fakhrizadeh was not just the death of an individual. It was a dramatic climax in the long-running covert war between Israel and Iran. The attack revealed the astonishing sophistication of Mossad's tactics, showing their willingness to push boundaries to achieve their goals. The use of a remotely operated robotic machine gun ushered in a new era of covert warfare where technology can entirely replace physical presence, rendering defense nearly impossible. This incident cemented Mossad's reputation as one of the world's most effective and audacious intelligence agencies. Their neither confirm nor deny policy has become a tool of power, shielding them from diplomatic fallout while delivering a chilling deterrent to enemies. Fakhrizadeh's assassination raises tough questions about the ethics of warfare, particularly when targeted killings occur outside the law. Fakhrizadeh's legacy and Iran's nuclear program remain significant challenges. While his death may have slowed progress, it could not end Iran's ambitions. The incident heightened tensions in the Middle East, impacted international negotiations, and undermined prospects for reviving the nuclear deal. In today's complex geopolitical landscape, the covert war between Israel and Iran persists. Intelligence operations, cyber attacks, and assassinations are likely to remain tools of choice. Fakhrizadeh's assassination is a reminder that we live in a new era of warfare where conflicts unfold in the shadows with far-reaching and unpredictable consequences.